Thank you, student. I am S. M. Aminul Islam. So, student, you may know that I am always take the class of the honors third year. This is the course title of Restoration and 18th Century Poetry and Drama. And in my previous class 4 or 5 class, I may already take the poem Absalom and Achitophel written by John Dryden. And also today, my topic is Absalom and Achitophel is as a satire. So, student, many time you know what is satire. Okay, I may deliver a short this definition, that is, satire is a shot of glass wherein beholder do something negative but result is positive. So, student, satire is the exposure of vice or folly prompted by indignation. As such, it ranges from lofty of the weakness of an age to scornful reflection upon the defect of an individual, and equally include and elaborate composition in verse or prose. And the sensuous of an epigram and all the passions come within in privy, but it concerns in with abuse of this, and its function is destructive criticism as a picture of living manners, and satire has enduring interest but as a substantive form of literary of its of an essential uniformity of essential. So, student, Absalom and Achitophel is the greatest political satire in English verse, and several political personalities are the target of Dryden shapes of satire. First of all, Dryden helps and contempt and ridicules upon satisfying the politician and the greatest politician of that time. And according to Dryden, Escape Satisbury was a clever and tactful character in the poem, and in that time he had no principles and his lust for power was limitless. He had a weak pygmy body, but a strong soul, dauntless in danger. বলা হয়েছে যে ওই সময়কার একজন দুঃসাহসিক ক্যারেক্টার, বডি শরীর এভরিথিং ইজ সিল্কি সিম্পল পার্সন হলেও তার দুঃসাহসিক অ্যান্ড ডান্টলেস activity of political situation of that time is very much strong, and was utterly unified for the time of peace and stability. He was so foolish that he denied himself the needful rest of his old age in order to continue his wrongful political activities. He was false in friendship and merciless in his enmity, and he wanted to rule the country, and if he could not achieve the object, he was prepared to ruin the nation. He violated the Triple Alliance and prepared England for slavery by and the war against Holland. He tried to hide his political misdeeds under the cloak of patriotism. And Dryden, dauntless and satisfied, employing keen arrows of criticism And to say that Salisbury was undaunted in time of a crisis but totally unfit for time of peace is a squeezing attack on him. This is followed by another when Dryden says, with reference of Salisbury, that the boundary line between genius and madness is very thin. And satire becomes more pungent when we are told that Salisbury's pure soul consumed his weak body by its very turbulence. But perhaps the most fitting lines are those where a reference is made to Salisbury's son. And despite his bitter condemnation of Salisbury, Dryden paid tribute to his magisterial qualities. Salisbury is shown as having been an honest and efficient consciousness and courageous. Such high praise in a character sketch has been explained in different way. And the line containing praise of Salisbury as a judge were added to the poem after Salisbury had been acquitted a charge against him. And another personality of the time, with its Duke of Buckingham, the name of Jimmy in the Bible has many unpleasant associations of relentless sexuality and reasonable conspiracy, and Dryden has depicted Jimmy or the Duke of Buckingham in a most amusing manner. Indeed, his gift of irony and sarcasm are many, and nowhere employs a better effect of here, and Dryden tactfully represent the whole political activity in short in his poem. And Dryden's satire does not spare the English people as a nation. In line 45 to 66, Dryden ridicules the English people for their fickle-mindedness and inconstancy and perpetual discontent. He calls them and mouldy and muddy race. No king could give them, and no god could please them. And they had tried gods of every shape and size, and without divining much satisfaction. অর্থাৎ এখানে ড্রাইডেন খুব স্যাটিরিক্যালি লাইনগুলোতে উল্লেখ করেছেন কবিতার 45 থেকে 66 নাম্বার লাইন পর্যন্ত, যে ওই সময়ে বাকিংহামের যে পোপ, ওনার স্ট্রং পলিটিক্যাল যে স্পিচগুলো যদিও ডান্টলেস ছিল, এবং কিন্তু উনি নিজে সেইগুলোকে খুব সুন্দরভাবে রিপ্রেজেন্ট করে জনগণের স্যাটিসফ্যাকশন আদায় করতে পারেননি। অ্যান্ড দে এনজয়েড অ্যাম্পল ফ্রিডম বাট ওয়ান্টেড মোর, অর্থাৎ শাসকের নামে স্বাধীনতা ভোগ করেছেন বেশি, সুতরাং স্যাটিসফাইড অর্জন করতে ব্যর্থ হয়েছেন। অ্যান্ড হিয়ার সোডার অফ চার্লস, যেমন কিং ডিউক চার্লস II, also we find number of line here, and the praises of elegiment also come in for their share of ridicules, and the members of the celestial profession are depicted as self-seeking and hypocritical, and praised of all religious. They, the author, are the same in the defense of the God, no matter what the inertia of those God might be, the praise will go to any length. And after all, priest must stand by the cause which is the source of livelihood for him. তা সেই সময়ে রাজকীয় শাসনের কিংরা যে গুরুত্বপূর্ণ দায়িত্বগুলো বা কার্যক্রমগুলো হাতে নিতেন, কিন্তু সেই সময়ের প্রিস্ট আর পোপরা যারা ছিল খ্রিস্টান চার্চে, তারা সব জায়গাতেই নাক গলাতেন এবং বাধা প্রদান করতেন। এবং বাই ড্রাইডেন হি ট্যাক্টফুলি রিপ্রেজেন্ট দ্য পলিটিক্যাল সেডার ইন দিস heroic poem Absalom and Achitophel very much tactfully. So student go through book and reading the all situation you may find or many amusement political satire in the Absalom and Achitophel. Thank you everyone.